how the reaction of oxygen with metals and non-metals, how water reacting with metals and non-metals, means when metals react with water, when non-metals react with water, then what are the changes we observe? At the same time, we observe when metals are reacting with acid, when metals are reacting with non-metals are reacting with acid, then what are the results we found? Okay, and coming to that topic, today we are going to talk about what we can talk about here, reactivity of metals. What we can talk, reactivity of metals. See here, reactivity of metals. Reactivity of metals. Is that visible to you? Yeah. Reactivity of metals. Then what is that? Reactivity of metals. What we want to do? Means reactivity means by how much? Means whether the metals are reacting with how much speed. What is the rate of the reaction? What is the rate of participation in the reaction? Means what we can say here, the speed of means the metals which are having more reactive and least reactive, high reactive and low reactive. That we have to talk about. Next we talk about how to understand that. Okay, how to understand such those important to that. Next we talk about that. See here, we have to take 5 equal graduated beakers. What we have to take? 5 equal graduated beakers. See one thing what we are doing here, what we want to do that. Okay, coming to the take 6, otherwise we will take 6. Take 6. Okay, beakers and label them. Take 6 beakers and label them. What we can do, and label them as A, B, C, D, E and F. How many beakers we are taking? 6 beakers. How many beakers? 6 beakers. Okay, and we are giving name. Label means name to that. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See that what we are doing. Okay, take 50 ml of water in each beaker. What we are taking? We are taking 60 ml of water in each beaker. 60 ml of what? 50 ml of water. Take 50 ml of water in each beaker. In each beaker. See here one thing. To draw a 6 beakers. Yeah, is that visible to you? Yes. Coming to that. Is that okay? No more. Is that F is visible to you? Coming to that. Yes. See there, we are taking 6 beakers. How many? 6 beakers or wide beakers also not a problem to take. What we are taking? Wide beakers. One, two. If you felt it is maximum more, then decrease the size. Decrease then the size. One, two, three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that visible to you? Yes. 6 beakers are there. How many are there? 6 are there. So this is A, B, C, D, E, F. How many beakers? 6 beakers. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 beakers are there. We are taking what much? 50 ml of water in each beaker. What you are taking? 50 ml of water in each beaker. 50 ml of water in each beaker. Okay, those are what much? Water. Coming to that, in each beaker and dissolve a spatula of dissolve a spatula full. Spatula full means spatula means which is we are using in a chemical laboratory. So it helps to take any substances. So dissolve a spatula full of copper sulfide of copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. Okay, this name is CuSO4. Copper sulfate in beakers A and B. In beakers A and B. Okay, and coming to that next thing, dissolve a spatula full a zinc sulfate this is the ZnSO4. Zinc sulfate in beaker C and D. In beaker C and D. Observe carefully what we are adding to you. Iron sulfate in iron sulfate, FeSO4 in in beaker C and E and F. In beakers E and F. Observe carefully. Is that visible to you? Yeah. So what you are doing? We are taking what a spatula full copper sulfate. Okay, in beaker A and B. In beaker A and B. In that A and B, what we are adding? Copper sulfate. And here also copper sulfate. Before it was water. What is that? Water. Okay. Water molecular formula what? Water molecular formula we can write H2O. What is that? H2O. Water molecular formula H2O. In each beaker is there. And second one, dissolve a spatula full a zinc sulfate in C and D. Where we have zinc sulfate. ZnSO4. ZnSO4. Zinc sulfate in C and D. In E and F, what are? Okay, iron sulfate means ferrous sulfate. Iron sulfate. FeSO4. FeSO4. Iron sulfate. We are adding into those. Okay, is that visible to you clearly? Yeah. Coming to that, what we are doing for that? Okay. See what we have to put means now put means we have to place. Put means place or keep. Okay, what we have to put? Zinc granules granules. Zinc granules in beaker A and E. In beaker A and E. A and E. Zinc granules. Small pieces of zinc. A and E. Here what we are doing, zinc and E. This is a zinc granules. And also water and zinc granules. And next, one more we are doing to that iron nail in beaker. Iron nail in beaker. In beaker B and D. B and D. Iron nails are placing in beaker B and D. This is B, iron nail, Fe, D, iron nail, Fe. Okay. And the next thing, what we are going to do that copper turning. Copper turning means small pieces of copper wire in beaker C and F. C and F. C in the copper, Cu copper, and this is also Cu. Here zinc, what we can say, Zn, iron, Fe, copper, Cu. Okay, those were placed in that particular beaker. In that particular beaker. Then what we are doing for that? Leave. What we can leave the beakers. Leave the beakers undisturbed. 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 What we are doing? Undisturbed. Record the changes. Record the changes in the color of the solution. In the color of the solution. In the color of the solution in the table. In the table. See there carefully what we are doing. So by adding those all ingredients, all substances in that each beaker, we are placing it aside in undisturbed position. Then what are the observations are going that we are observing. So first look out and note down that. Then we'll discuss what are the changes present in that. We'll observe carefully. Okay, note down that. Yeah, finish it then. So what we are doing to do that, we are taking 6 beakers. How many beakers? 6 beakers. See that carefully. So 6 beakers we are taking. In that each beaker we are taking 50 ml of water. We are taking 50 ml of water in each beaker. In the first beaker, we added copper sulfate. Okay, copper sulfate into the first beaker and second beaker. Zinc sulfate into the C and D beaker. Iron sulfate in E and F beaker. At the same time, zinc granules in A and E. Iron nails in B and D, and copper sterling in C and F. Okay. Then we are placing undisturbed position at a part of the time. Then what are the observations you may observe? That we will write. Okay. We will clarify that. See here, what are the observations you may observe in that? Then why that observation is only possible in that particular beaker? Okay, let's we talk about that. So coming to that, what we can talk about that observation we are writing. Solution. What is the solution we have? And next observation. What we observe observation by that undisturbed position of those beakers. So solution we have in beaker A. What is that? Beaker A. In that beaker A, we have what are the solution mass? Water and plus copper sulfate plus zinc granules. These we have. Okay. What are we have in the first? Water, copper sulfate, and zinc granules. So then what we may observe the observation, a red mass of copper deposits, a red mass, what we can say? A red mass of copper deposit, where it will deposit at the bottom of the beaker, at the bottom of the beaker. See once in the first beaker what happened? So copper is a red color, mass of the copper is settled at the bottom of the bowl. Means what happened? From copper sulfate, see here, from these two solutions, means water is a common thing. From that we are getting, so zinc is reacting to sulfate, it forms zinc sulfate and it relieves copper. It relieves copper. Okay, it appears in the precipitation notation. If arrow mark shows downwards, it makes precipitate, a white color of a substance, solid substance, is formed after the reaction. So this is a displacement reaction. What happened? Displacement reaction means one of the elements, means one of the substances react with another group of the substance. So coming to that next beaker, what we are going to that? Beaker B. What is that? Beaker B. Beaker B. So in that beaker also what is there? Water and copper sulfate and iron. Okay. Of course, we may get same of those because of here we may get what we may get from this reaction. Iron will react with sulfate. It forms iron sulfate and it relieves copper. It relieves copper. Same what we observed from top is in the first beaker, same as beaker A. Same as beaker A in beaker B. Because of iron is reacting with sulfate, which is present in copper sulfate, then copper relieving to form a precipitation as a red mass at the bottom of the vessel. Next thing we are going by here also, displacement reaction is taking, and the beaker C. What we are going by? Beaker C. Of course, here also water is there already, and next thing, what is that? Zinc sulfate. Zinc sulfate plus copper. Zinc sulfate plus copper. Observe carefully what we can. Okay, zinc sulfate and copper. See, from this relation, we can't get any no change. Means we may observe no change. What we may observe? No change. Why? Because it's not giving any change. Why? Because it is not giving any change. Can you answer for that? Can you answer? So why that means what we can, why those are not changed? Why those are not changed? Means why there is no any change? Why there is no any change? Can you answer for that? See carefully what we can talk about that. Okay, and one more, beaker, what next D. In beaker D, in beaker D. In beaker D, what we are doing here, what is there in beaker D? Water and zinc sulfate plus iron. So here also we may not get any definition. No? Of course, we know we can't get any change. What we may get, we know means there is no chance to get any change. It will be same as the substance. And the next thing we are going by beaker. Beaker, what is that? E. What is that? Beaker E. In that beaker E, what happens? See once. See carefully. In that beaker E, what is there in that beaker E? Water and zinc sulfate and in E, iron sulfate is there. Iron sulfate and zinc. So from here also we now we are not getting any observation. It is same as the substance. In CD beakers, we are not getting any change. We are not getting any change. It is same as the substance. Okay, note down first this. Okay, last one we'll talk again. Finish that. So coming to talk about here some changes. Zinc can replace that iron, so it forms zinc sulfate and it gives iron. It gives iron. Okay, the color is changes. And remain in that CDF, there is no any reaction in that. There is no any reaction in that. Why? Because that we will discuss why there is no any reaction in that. See here what I'm saying to you. In beaker A, the zinc is displacing to the copper from the copper sulfate. Okay. In the second beaker, iron is displaces to the copper from copper sulfate. But here, copper is unable to displace the zinc from zinc sulfate. Here also, iron is unable to displace the zinc from zinc sulfate. At the same time here, zinc can displace the iron from iron sulfate. Here, iron is unable to displace the iron, copper is unable to displace the iron from iron sulfate. Means what we can say from that, see carefully, we can talk about that. So in that solution, means if to go by solution and observation, solution and observation in beaker A, in solution in beaker. So beaker A, what we are going to talk about in beaker A. So first is copper sulfate and is react with zinc. It gives zinc sulfate. It gives zinc sulfate and it relieves the copper. It relieves the copper. See here what we discussed. A red color mass of a copper deposit at the bottom of the vessel. What we discussed. A red color. A red. What we can red mass of copper. Mass of copper deposit at the bottom of a beaker. Okay, same as in beaker B. In beaker B consists copper sulfate and iron is there. So here iron is displacing that copper to form iron sulfate and is giving copper. It's giving same observation. Okay. So in these two situations, two beakers, that zinc is displacing to the copper, iron is displacing to the copper from the copper sulfate. Means there is a action is possible displacement reaction. What is that? Displacement reaction. Observe carefully in E. In beaker E, it consists of iron sulfate is reacted with zinc. It displaces iron from iron sulfate. It forms zinc sulfate. Once what we can talk about that, when it displaces to that iron, it gives colorless with green colored solution. It remain those three beakers consist colorless and it consists of green color solution. And remain what we are talking about those three beakers. What happened to that? We are adding to the three beakers zinc sulfate and copper. And next C D beaker, it consists of zinc sulfate and iron. And next thing we are going by E, not F. In that F beaker, iron sulfate plus copper. So in these three situations, we are not getting any change. There is no change, means there is no any reaction is taken possible. Why? Because that reaction is not taking. Reaction is not taken. Why? Because reaction is not taken because of, see here, so copper, see here, copper is unable to displace the zinc from zinc sulfate. Iron is unable to displace the zinc from zinc sulfate. Is the same as copper is unable to displace the iron from iron sulfate. Means we can say these are having less reactive. These metals we can call least reactive metals, less reactive metals. But here zinc, iron. So see here, zinc is replaced the copper, iron is replaced the copper, zinc is replaced the iron. Because of those are what happened? More reactive elements. More reactive elements means which is having more reactive, zinc having more reactive. Zinc having more reactive. So copper is a least reactive, then iron is a somewhat least reactive. Understand? So which having more reactive, those can displace the element substances which are least reactive metals, those are unable to displace us. Okay, note down that. Yeah, finish. Coming to that, some more observation we'll write. Coming to that, to talk about what we can, copper is unable to displace zinc from zinc sulfate. What we can, copper is unable to displace the zinc from zinc sulfate. Iron is unable to displace the zinc from zinc sulfate. Is that copper is unable to displace the iron from iron sulfate because those are least reactive. What we can understand here, the more reactive, more reactive metal can replace less reactive metal, but what I'm saying to you, a less reactive one cannot replace reactive metal, cannot replace more reactive metal, more reactive metal. Already we discussed this. And now we'll write about reactivity metal series. What we can write? Reactivity metal, metal activity series. Metal activity series means reactivity series. Reactivity series. Let's write those. Potassium is greater than to the sodium, is greater than to the calcium, is greater than to the magnesium, is greater than to the aluminum, is greater than to the zinc, is greater than to the iron and tin, okay, is greater than to the what we can, and plumbum, what we can, plumbum. And to talk about that means that those are reactive then more than to the hydrogen and the least than to the hydrogen. Copper, hygrogram, what we can say, copper, hygrogram, okay. And next thing what we can write for that, silver, arum, silver, arum, silver, arum, those are what we can say series of metal reactive, means these polar metals, those polar metals. How like see one by comparing the hydrogen, so generally hydrogen is a more reactive element. Hydrogen is a more reactive element. Compared to those are more reactive than to the hydrogen. These are more less reactive than to the hydrogen. This is the reactivity of the metals. So potassium having more reactive, okay, high reactive. Arum, gold having low reactive. Arum, gold having low reactive. Hygrogram means mercury. Hygrogram means mercury. Okay, see here I will write names here. Potassium. What we can I will write it down. Potassium, and this is a sodium, and this is calcium and magnesium and aluminum and zinc, iron, tin, lead, plumbum, lead. This is we know already hydrogen, and this is copper, and hygrogram means mercury, silver, argent, arum, gold, arum, not arum, AURM, gold. These are the reactivity of the metal series. Okay, note down those. Okay, keep learn that. Okay, keep into learning for online test. We practice well. Okay, we make a different type of solutions to that displacement reaction. How the metals reactivity series is having more reactive, and before then, when metal reacts with oxygen, what it gives, and what is the nature, acidic or basic, such a different. We already learned. So those type of questions, there is a possibility to write the problem. Okay, see you in the next class. Have a good day to you.